What if everything you've ever known about reality was just the shadow of a greater truth? Right now, your mind is holding secrets the universe is begging you to see. Imagine the fabric of existence bending to the rhythm of your thoughts. There's a hidden code in your heartbeat that whispers the laws of everything. The answers you crave are not outside, they're vibrating inside, waiting for you to notice. One shift in perception could turn your ordinary life into an extraordinary quantum awakening. Have you ever felt like you're trapped in a life that isn't yours? Not in the sense of bills or responsibilities, but in a deeper, invisible way, like your very essence is screaming to break free, but nobody hears it. Most people wander through each day on autopilot, brushing off that inner tug as stress, or just life. But deep down, you sense there's more, something intangible, almost electric, pulling at the edges of your awareness. It starts quietly. A restless thought in the middle of a Monday morning. A fleeting feeling that you're living in a shadow version of reality, repeating patterns you don't even remember choosing. And slowly, it grows, seeping into your every decision, your every relationship. Suddenly, even success feels hollow. Achievements don't excite you the way they used to. You chase them like a mirage, only to feel emptier when you reach them. Externally, the world screams contradictions. Social media promises connection, yet isolates. Schools teach you formulas for money but never teach you how to master your mind. Society tells you to fit in, yet the whisper in your soul demands something extraordinary. This creates a tension inside, an invisible tug-of-war between who you are told to be and who you feel you must become. Internally, it's even more intense. Anxiety creeps in, not always obvious, but persistent. Nights feel longer. Thoughts circle endlessly. Am I enough? Will I ever see beyond this? You start questioning everything, your purpose, your relationships, even reality itself. You crave meaning, a glimpse of the underlying order that seems to govern everything but remains hidden from view. And here's the cruel irony, the answers are always just out of reach. You read self-help books, follow spiritual influencers, try meditation, but nothing sticks. It's like standing at the edge of a vast ocean, glimpsing the horizon, but every time you step forward, it retreats further. Frustration morphs into despair. You feel powerless, small. Like a particle lost in the infinite. Yet in that darkness, a strange clarity emerges. The very questions that torment you are actually breadcrumbs, signposts pointing towards something greater. That pull, that subtle vibration of unease, is not a curse, it's a signal. The problem isn't your life, the problem is that you've been blind to the forces shaping it. Forces far more profound than your mind can yet comprehend. Forces that quantum physics and ancient wisdom are both trying to reveal, in different languages, but with the same message: reality is far more malleable than you've been told. The weight of unrealized potential, the haunting sense that life could be more, sits heavy on your chest. You may try to distract yourself with routines, work, or fleeting pleasures, but the truth keeps surfacing. Every sigh, every sleepless night, every restless morning is a reminder that the world you see is just a fraction of what's possible. The real struggle isn't external, it's internal. And until you understand it, until you pierce the veil, you will continue to drift, trapped in patterns that seem bigger than you, unable to access the freedom you instinctively know is there. This is the problem, your life is not broken, it's unfinished. And the missing piece is not outside of you, but hidden within, waiting to be discovered. It happened in the quiet hours, when the world was still asleep and your thoughts felt louder than ever. That's when the first glimmer appeared, a moment so subtle it almost slipped by unnoticed. You were reading a book on quantum physics, not expecting anything life-changing, when one sentence jolted your awareness: observation collapses possibility into reality. At first, it sounded like abstract science, detached equations in a textbook. But then it hit you: what if your mind, your awareness, was not just witnessing reality, but actively shaping it? What if every fear, every desire, every flicker of attention was nudging the universe, bending it toward one outcome or another? Suddenly, life wasn't random. It was participatory. You weren't just along for the ride, you were a co-creator. This revelation did not come with a flash of lightning. It arrived slowly, through experiments small enough to be almost imperceptible. You started noticing patterns. When you focused on gratitude first thing in the morning, even tiny things, like finding a parking spot or receiving a kind message, aligned in ways that seemed orchestrated. When you dwelled on negativity, the day became a labyrinth of friction. Coincidence? You didn't think so anymore. Then came the bridge between the physical and the spiritual. Meditation became more than a tool for calm. It became a laboratory. You learned to observe thoughts like particles in a quantum field, noting how attention caused some to crystallize into reality while others dissolved into nothing. Your mornings were experiments. Your emotions, instruments. Each intention, a hypothesis tested against the vast, invisible laws of existence. And the most surprising part? The universe seemed to respond in kind. It was as if a hidden intelligence was waiting, ready to dance with you, once you learned the steps. Synchronicities multiplied. People entered your life at exactly the right time. Solutions appeared out of nowhere. Small miracles, the kind that make you pause mid-breath, became common. You began to realize that reality is not a rigid structure but a malleable field, and your consciousness is the sculptor's hand. You also discovered an unexpected companion in this journey, your emotions. Not as distractions, but as energy signatures. Fear narrowed possibilities, hope expanded them. Joy amplified the effects of intention, creating ripples that traveled far beyond what you could measure. Every emotional state became a tool, a lever to shift probability. You understood, for the first time, that mastery of your inner world was not spiritual fluff, it was physics in action. A story solidified this revelation. One evening, sitting alone in your apartment, you focused on manifesting clarity about a critical decision. Hours later, a chance conversation with a stranger offered a perspective so precise it resolved the entire dilemma. It wasn't luck. It was a direct, tangible demonstration of the principle, the observer shapes reality. That night, you felt the thrill of connection, not just to the universe, but to yourself. You were no longer a passive witness. You were active. Alive in a way that defied explanation, yet confirmed everything you'd suspected. This discovery transformed confusion into possibility. It revealed a roadmap hidden in plain sight, encoded in every heartbeat, every thought, every interaction. And the most thrilling part? The process is universal. Anyone can access it, not by following dogma or rigid rules, but by simply learning to tune awareness, focus intention, and feel the pulse of existence. The world outside remained unpredictable, but the world within was becoming tangible, responsive, and profoundly alive. A secret, once whispered by quantum fields and ancient mystics alike, was now yours. You are not just in the universe, you are an essential part of how it unfolds. The discovery was exhilarating, but exhilaration alone doesn't change your life. You needed a method, a way to consistently translate awareness into reality. What follows is not theory. It's a practical framework you can apply immediately, blending quantum principles with spiritual awareness, designed to make the invisible tangible. Step 1. Observe without judgment. Begin by noticing your thoughts, emotions, and impulses. This isn't meditation in the traditional sense. Imagine your mind as a vast sky. Thoughts appear like clouds, drifting across. Some are heavy, stormy, filled with fear. Others are light, playful, brimming with curiosity. Your job is to simply watch. Record them mentally. There's fear. There's excitement. Don't fight, suppress, or indulge. Observation is the first quantum rule. By noticing a particle, or in this case, a thought, you affect its potential outcome. Exercise, spend 5 minutes every morning sitting silently. Count each thought as it arises. Do not interact with them. Just observe. By doing this, you begin to identify patterns that unconsciously dictate your reality. Step 2. set vibrational intentions. Intentions are not wishes, they are frequencies. Every thought, feeling, and focus emits an energy signal into the universe. To manifest effectively, you must calibrate your inner vibration to match what you wish to experience. For instance, if your goal is confidence, imagine it vividly. Feel it in your posture, your tone, your heartbeat. The universe responds to resonance, not demands. Exercise, create a vibrational anchor. Pick one positive emotion, joy, courage, or gratitude. Close your eyes, inhale deeply, and fully embody that feeling for 3 minutes. Repeat daily. Over time, this becomes a default state, aligning your inner field with your desired outcomes. Step 3. Collapse possibilities into action. Quantum physics teaches that particles exist in a field of infinite possibilities until observed. Life works the same way. Without decisive action, intentions remain potentialities, never manifesting. Your focus must translate into tangible steps that honor the energy you've cultivated. Exercise, identify one area of life where you want change: career, relationships, health. Write down 3 small actions that align with your intention. Commit to doing one immediately, another within 24 hours, and another within a week. By bridging thought with action, you collapse the wave of potential into reality. Step 4. Sync with flow. Flow is the invisible thread connecting consciousness to manifestation. It is not control, but alignment. Notice opportunities, coincidences, and nudges. Trust them. Avoid overthinking. Your intuition is the language of the quantum field. The more you practice, the more synchronized your actions become with unseen currents of energy. Exercise, at the end of each day, reflect on moments where synchronicities occurred. Journal these insights. Over time, you'll begin to recognize patterns, a direct map of the universe responding to your vibration. Step 5. Amplify through emotion. Emotion is the amplifier. Joy, love, and gratitude increase the intensity of your signal. Fear, doubt, and resentment scatter it. To master manifestation, emotional resonance is critical. Think of it as tuning an antenna: clear, strong signals reach farther and stronger. Exercise, before bed, focus on a single emotion tied to your intention. Let it swell in your chest. Feel it as if your desire has already manifested. Sleep with this vibration, allowing your subconscious to align with the quantum field. This method is not a trick. It is a science of attention, a spiritual practice, and a psychological tool rolled into one. It teaches you to observe, intend, act, flow, and amplify. Each step compounds the next, creating momentum invisible to the naked eye but tangible in lived experience. When applied consistently, these exercises transform the abstract concept of manifestation into a daily practice that reshapes your inner and outer reality. Your thoughts are no longer random, they are instruments. Your emotions are no longer passive, they are levers. And the universe is no longer indifferent, it is responsive. The first time you felt it, the shift was subtle. You woke up one morning, and the usual cloud of anxiety, that invisible weight pressing on your chest, was gone. Not because anything had changed externally, but because your perception had. The world hadn't become easier, you had become more awake. More alive. Before, mornings were a slow grind. You'd reach for your phone, scroll through endless distractions, and feel a hollow emptiness even as tasks piled up. Decisions felt heavy, like moving through water. Even small setbacks triggered frustration, irritation, or despair. Life was a cycle of repetition, each day blending into the next without meaning. You were existing, not living. Now, everything had shifted. Thoughts were no longer uncontrollable intruders, they were tools. Each emotion carried information, each desire carried a code. You noticed subtle signs: a random text at the perfect moment, an unexpected opportunity aligning perfectly with your intentions, a stranger's kindness appearing exactly when you needed it. You realized the universe wasn't random, it was responsive. The transformation didn't come overnight. It was a process, a layering of small shifts that gradually rewrote the rhythm of your life. Meditation, observation, intention, action, emotion, they weren't abstract exercises anymore. They were your language with reality. With each day of practice, life began to mirror your inner state more faithfully. Calm produced calm. Gratitude produced synchronicity. Joy produced expansion. Emotionally, the change was breathtaking. Fear no longer dominated your choices, it became a signal, a guidepost, instead of a prison. Doubt no longer paralyzed you, it became a checkpoint, helping you refine your focus. Your mind, once scattered and reactive, became a precision instrument, capable of translating thoughts into tangible reality. Visualize it, you walk through a city street. Before, you barely noticed the flow of life, just faces, cars, noise, a blur. Now, every detail sparkles with meaning. Conversations, coincidences, even the wind brushing against your skin feels orchestrated. It is not magic, it is recognition of patterns you once ignored. You are awake. You are participating. You are co-creating. One night, sitting quietly, you reflected on your journey. You saw the contrast between who you were and who you had become. The old you, trapped in fear and distraction, seemed almost like a stranger. And yet, that version was necessary, a foundation for the transformation. Without struggle, without questioning, without that deep longing for something more, this awakening would not have been possible. Relationships transformed too. Interactions that once drained you now energized you. People responded to your presence differently, not because you demanded it, but because your energy carried clarity, alignment, and authenticity. You discovered a new kind of confidence, not ego-driven, but grounded in the understanding that your inner state shapes the outer world. Opportunities that once seemed improbable now appeared with remarkable ease. Career, creativity, health, connections, they all began to flow, synchronized with your intentions. Each manifestation was a proof, a tangible echo of the quantum spiritual principle you had been living. It wasn't luck, it was alignment. And at the core of this transformation was a revelation: reality is not a fixed stage, but a responsive canvas. You are the artist, the observer, the participant, and the creator. Every thought, every feeling, every choice resonates outward, shaping the world in ways both subtle and profound. This transformation is not a destination, it is a new way of being. A new lens through which life appears infinitely richer, infinitely more meaningful. You are no longer a passive passenger. You are a conscious co-creator, fully awake, fully alive, and fully capable of bending the currents of existence to align with your highest intentions. The transformation is remarkable, but it is only the beginning. Once you have glimpsed the hidden mechanics of reality, the question arises: what now? What is your role in this vast, responsive universe? The mission is no longer personal, it is collective. Your awakening is a spark meant to ignite others, a signal in the cosmic web that expansion is possible. Every insight you've gained carries responsibility. The same principles that allow you to manifest abundance can influence the world. Thought, emotion, and intention are not isolated, they ripple outward. Imagine standing in a vast ocean. A pebble dropped here may seem insignificant, yet waves radiate infinitely, reaching shores you cannot yet see. Your clarity, courage, and alignment are those pebbles. The first step of this mission is mastery of self. Without it, attempts to influence the external world become diluted, chaotic, or even destructive. You must refine your inner landscape, observe without judgment, intend with precision, act with alignment, and resonate with amplified emotion. This is the foundation upon which your impact is built. Next is conscious contribution. Every interaction becomes a microcosm of the mission. When you engage with others, you carry your quantum awareness into those moments. A smile, a word of encouragement, a solution offered with authenticity, these are the seeds of change. Your presence alone can recalibrate energy fields, influencing decisions, attitudes, and even outcomes beyond your perception. Your mission also demands courage to challenge old systems of thought. Society is comfortable with the illusion of separation and randomness. You have glimpsed the truth, everything is interconnected, every intention matters. This knowledge compels you to act, not just survive. It compels you to question, innovate, and elevate the consciousness of those around you. The quantum spiritual framework gives a roadmap. Every choice is a vector in multidimensional space. Every thought is a signal broadcast across the fabric of existence. By aligning with higher frequency emotions, love, gratitude, clarity, you amplify your signal, creating ripples of transformation. Your life becomes a beacon, a measurable shift in probability that influences others and reshapes the collective field. Consider this story: someone you know, perhaps unknowingly, struggles with despair, uncertainty, or fear. Your alignment, your energy, your intentionality can be a catalyst. One conversation, one act of presence, one demonstration of conscious living may awaken a dormant awareness in them. The ripple spreads, far beyond what eyes can see, far beyond what the mind can measure. Your mission is to generate these ripples intentionally, repeatedly, and with love. The ultimate purpose is audacious: to demonstrate that humanity is not subject to circumstance but co-creator of destiny. Each life transformed is proof that the quantum spiritual principles are universal. Every alignment, every manifestation, every act of conscious creation reinforces the truth: we are participants in the unfolding tapestry of existence, not passive observers. And here's the climax, the moment that gives the mission weight and meaning: once you embrace this role, life ceases to feel random. Challenges are no longer obstacles, but signals, guideposts directing you toward higher resonance. Setbacks become experiments. Joy becomes magnified. Every moment becomes an opportunity to consciously create, to influence, to awaken. Your mission is not optional. It is inevitable. The universe has a rhythm, a hidden intelligence, and your awareness is part of it. Every thought you shape, every emotion you tune, every action you align amplifies the field of possibility for yourself and everyone around you. This is the profound responsibility, and the extraordinary privilege, of awakening. You are no longer living merely for yourself. You are living as a node of transformation, a conscious participant in the evolution of reality, a spark capable of illuminating infinite potential. Your mission has begun, and the world is waiting for your light. Now is the moment to step fully into the role you were always meant to play. Stop waiting for permission from the world, the universe, or even yourself. The power to shape reality is not a distant dream, it is vibrating within you, right now, in every heartbeat, every thought, every breath. Feel it. The energy that has been dormant, the force that has been whispering in your awareness, is ready to surge. You are not merely existing, you are creating. Every decision, every intention, every feeling is a brushstroke on the canvas of existence. And the world, in all its chaos and wonder, responds directly to the vibrational signature you emit. Do not let fear or doubt dilute your signal. Step boldly into clarity, into alignment, into resonance. Observe, intend, act, flow, amplify, and watch the universe answer with precision, generosity, and synchronicity. Let your life become proof that reality bends for those who awaken to their power. Reach beyond comfort, beyond the familiar, and embrace the unimaginable. Every action you take from this place of conscious creation reverberates far beyond what you can see. Every word spoken, every intention felt, every act aligned with your highest self is a beacon, a ripple that touches lives, unseen yet undeniable. This is your invitation. The cosmos is waiting for your conscious participation. The invisible forces that have shaped reality since the beginning are listening. The blueprint of everything is ready to unfold through you. All that is left is for you to claim it. Rise. Align. Create. Become the conscious architect of your reality, the awakened participant in the universe's grand design, the spark that turns potential into power. The moment is now. The mission is yours. And the world will never be the same once you step into the full resonance of your being.